Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get this call started. It's power packed. We got people all on this call from all over the nation. I heard Detroit in the house. I heard New York in the house. I heard Texas in the house. I heard Seattle, California in the house. Georgia in the house. Colorado, Ohio in the house. We're all over the nation, ladies and gentlemen. This Wake Up Now movement's taking over. My name is Kenny Jordan, CEO of the No Bosses Association. We're simply a branch of Lavish Life Concept. All right, we're all over the map. Ladies and gentlemen, the person I want to bring to the call right now is going to deliver the introduction to this power-packed call, six-figure earners in the industry, that's going to tell you how you can make six figures in 6 months like these individuals have been able to do. So make sure you have a pen, a piece of paper, all right? Make sure you text your team. Make sure they get on this call right now. This individual that I'm about to bring forward, I have a tremendous amount of respect for this guy, all right? I met this guy a while ago. All right, he's 23 years old. He's retired in the industry. My brother, Mr. D.L. Moneyman Woods, are you on the call, sir?
All right, we're going to start this thing fresh, guys. I definitely want to let you guys know that this is an industry call. This is not for any specific business nor a specific team. Anybody can get on this call. So definitely, if you know somebody in network marketing industry, go ahead and get them onto this call, because this is going to be a power-packed call, as well as the necessities, the tools that you need to actually have posture in production. You see, you got to have a certain posture in production when you're building an MLM business. But before I get into this training, guys, along with one of my good friends, I definitely want to go ahead and let you guys know a little bit about myself. I got started in this industry a little over going on 6 years now. And my first company I got started with, guys, it was I was 18 years old, 2 years and 4 months. I made a little bit over $4,000 the entire time I was there. Then the second company I got started with, anytime I do something, I actually want to go all in with it. And I gave it my all. 2 years and 9 months. I actually made a little bit over $13,600 the entire time I was there. But at this time, guys, I was actually developed a small family. I developed a small family, and I was actually living paycheck to paycheck at this time during that time of 2 years and 9 months. But when I hit that 2-year mark, I said to myself, I need to stop going to this job, and I need to start putting in more time into my business. And so with that being said, I took the ultimate leap of faith for any entrepreneur. I actually quit my job. Now I had unlimited amount of time to actually build my business, but the bad part about that is I had no income. So without any income, but I had unlimited freedom, I now ran into the biggest problem of my life. I have a beautiful daughter and a beautiful wife, and I have no income, but I have unlimited time to build my business. And so what happened was I actually, right here in Houston, Texas, on the streets of South Gaston and West Belfort, I was actually donating plasma 2 times a week just so I can make an extra few dollars here and there so my family can eat. I can have tithes and offerings, as well as I can have gas money in my car to go to build my business. And so with that being said, guys, I almost got out of the industry. I was praying for a job simply because one day I was going to donate plasma. I looked to the side of me, and I actually seen my wife having to donate plasma so that we can actually have money to eat in our family, in our household. So what I said to myself was, there's no way possible that network marketing can work for me at this point in time. And what happened was I went home and I prayed to God. I know a lot of us, we pray for opportunities like crazy. I was praying for a job. I was praying to get out of this industry. And so with that being said, guys, at 2 a.m. on Facebook, a gentleman inboxed me talking about my current position, my current company, and now within my current company, every 2 months I made what I made in the last 5 years of my first 5 years of network marketing. And so with that being said, guys, it developed a posture in me that I feel like if you have it from day one, if you get it a little bit early, it'll shorten your learning curve when it comes to building a business, when it comes to making it happen in network marketing. Guys, if you understand this posture that I'm talking about, you guys will go extremely far in network marketing, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the training. I will not hold you very long this evening. This is a power pack call, guys. We're approaching over 200 business partners or 200 people that's on this call that's entrepreneurs, all right? So definitely want to go ahead and get this ball rolling. Well, first of all, I definitely want to let you guys know that me personally, I am against jobs, all right? I just want to let you guys know that. Reason why is because you have to create an enemy. You have to create an enemy. And so me personally, my enemy was a job, all right? There's no way I can give anybody 30 years of my life and I not own a piece of it. Also to have somebody control my time, my destiny, and my income. Guys, you have to create an enemy. You see, what happens is it's going to give you something to fuel you. It's going to give you something to fuel you while you're actually in those dark hours. When you're thinking about quitting, you just remember and have your enemy pop up in your face. Simply because you're going to run into skeptical people, right? Skeptical people are crazy. Like, I do not get this. See, skepticism is only valid in the absence of logic. So when you explain something to somebody, when people actually see the opportunity, when people actually hear about your opportunity and it makes sense, guys, that you have no right to be skeptical from this point on. You see, people have the right to be skeptical if the opportunity doesn't make sense or the pieces of the puzzle is not adding up. You see, that's why you got to get good at presenting your opportunity, whatever it may be. You see, one thing that I know is that confused people do nothing, and if you're confused yourself, there's no way possible that you can effectively present your opportunity to somebody that's going to take it to the top of the company. You see, what happens if you do run into that person that can actually put 1,000 business partners in your organization, but the one thing that's wrong is you do not know how to present the opportunity, right? It's amazing when going back to these skeptical people. It's amazing how many people think that coming out to view information, first of all, will cost them $50,000 to do so. It's free information. You go ahead and you assess if this is going to be something that you can add it to your portfolio, and if not, it's okay. Okay? The reason why I feel like people are in the position that they are in right now is because they listen to themselves too long. You see, listening to yourself too long is going to get you broke. You see, how many of you guys ever heard of Leader of Wealth Conference? You see, the Leader of Wealth Conference, you actually have to be selected to be there. First of all, you have to have $100 million in assets just to attend this conference, right? And they teach families on how to preserve their assets for 5 generations, how to make your money take care of 5 generations down the line. You see, while most of the people that's on this call are skeptical people in this world, they actually worried about their light bill. You see, when you start listening to people that know and have what we call the power theory, whose ever pile of money is bigger than yours, and you listen to that person, they can teach you a little bit about business, a little bit about life, and a little bit about success, right? Now, understand the skepticism that you're going to run into. You're going to run into some of your friends that actually say I wouldn't do that if I was you. Now, understand this. That's exactly why you need to do a business. That's exactly why you need network marketing. Simply because me personally, when I had friends that actually told me that exact same thing, I wouldn't do that if I was you, that's exactly why I did it, simply because I didn't desire the results they had in their life. And furthermore, I will never take advice from somebody I wouldn't want to trade places with. You see, you guys got to understand that if you're trying to trade places with somebody, only time you want to take advice from somebody is when you want to trade places with them. You see, I have a few mentors that I wouldn't mind taking their advice simply because I would love to have the lifestyle they have, the family relationships they have, the bank account they have. Then I can actually value somebody's advice into my life. All right? Sometimes you guys got to look at all those smart people. You know, those people that say that they're actually, they're skeptical. They know everything. They basically say, this is a pyramid scheme. I know how to be wealthy. I know how to be. Understand and look at these people in the eyes and say this, and you guys can post this all on Facebook. Say, listen, if you know everything that it is to know about wealth, success, and building business, why is it that your character allows for you not to apply it so that your family can benefit from it? You see, one thing that I have a problem with is people that know too much and they do too little. You see, the thing is, if you know everything that it is to be wealthy and you know what everything it is to have success in business, then why on earth, with the character and the love you have for your wife, the love you have for your family, the love you have for your children and your further generations going down the line, why in the world would you not apply the principles and all that know-how into your current situation? You just letting your family be broke. You see, you got to actually know what it is that you have your hands on when you're talking to skeptical people. You see, because successful people actually look for clues so they can follow them. You always hear somebody say that success leaves clues. And when they actually say that, they just simply means that other successful people, they look for clues so that they can follow them. You see the problem that broke and average people do? They look for reasons so they can deny them. You see, you want a reason not to do a business. You want a reason not to do network marketing, just so that you can justify your fears that you have already. You're looking for somebody to come up to you and say, that's too good to be true, you shouldn't do that, and all that other stuff. You say, okay, I just wanted you just justified the feelings I was already having, so I'm going to just cool out with it. Stop waiting for broke people to confirm your doubt that you have in yourself. You see, that's the thing that you do not do. You will forever be in poverty if you keep listening to broke people that have zero advice that will benefit your life. You got to listen to people that will actually have advice that will benefit your life. You see, know what you have your hands on. Know that MLM has the biggest tax breaks. You see, one person I have a tremendous amount of respect for, Mr. Bill Gates, he accredits a lot of his wealth on his understanding of the tax codes. You see, he actually pays less percentage-wise in taxes than his secretary. You see, the tax codes are for two types of people. It's for the people that are the informed and the uninformed. So basically, you just need to learn what it is that you have your hands on with this business or with this industry of multi-level marketing, network marketing, whatever you choose to say. You see, because the things that you don't know can hurt you. You see, we was taught all wrong. You say what things that you do not know won't hurt you. Understand that that's the bad training. That's right there with that garbage material that's keeping so many people broke. You see, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer simply because of the fact of what they know. You see, we all got 24 hours in a day. You see, but what separates the person that makes $500,000 a day, a month, and the person that makes $50,000 a year? It's what they know. You see, one thing that you can't do is listen to somebody that makes $50,000 a year on how to make $50,000 a month. They just do not know how. Otherwise, they will be doing it themselves. You see, what I understand, guys, is that going into these tax brackets and the tax codes, understand in the books that Sandy Botkins wrote, the Lower Your Taxes, right on the first page when you open up that book, it says that you will have to be brain dead not to have a home-based business. You will have to be physically brain dead not to have a home-based business simply because of the tax codes. Knowing that only if you just had some kind of home-based business, you will actually make so much money. You will actually just get so much money back on taxes just because of you have a home-based business. And, guys, I definitely want to let you guys know that have posture in your position, knowing what you know, you have to actually repel every negative thought that other people bring to you. You see, one thing I don't do is let other people rent space in my head. You see, when I created an enemy, that was a job. I did not want to go back to everybody that said that I was right. That they was right and I was wrong. I didn't want to have to go back to all those people. So I kept pursuing this industry of network marketing. See, I was going to be my own business owner. You see, even though I was in another opportunity, two other opportunities, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They say that a big shot is nothing more than a small shot that just kept shooting. And you guys got to understand that you will forever, ever, ever be indebted to your own beliefs. You see, your own beliefs is going to drive you into whatever it is that you choose to do in this industry. You see, me personally, I want to be the best in this industry. I want to go for that number one seat. I want to be one of the highest paid people in this industry, if not the highest. You got to have that mindset for yourself. And if you don't have the mindset for yourself, you're setting yourself up to be a casualty to this network marketing industry. You're going to set yourself up to actually play small. You see, playing small doesn't benefit nobody. It's not going to benefit nobody on your team, and it's definitely not going to benefit you, your family, and your future generations by you playing small. You see, you got to learn everything that you can about this industry while you're building the business. Don't go into what we like to call analysis paralysis in this industry where you want to learn so much to where you don't move. You definitely want to get to a position where you're actually making money while you're learning this industry. You see, the best part about this business is that you can rip off and duplicate other leaders. And that's why we're having this industry call right now, simply because we're bringing on other leaders. We're bringing on other leaders from outside of our current business, just so that we can actually get the jewels that we have in network marketing. You see, so many companies out there, they actually hire speakers coming from the outside to go speak to those people that are in their business, simply because they know that this one speaker has something that can impact the lives of the people that's in my business. And that's exactly why we put this call on today, guys. We're having so much fun in this industry, but we definitely got to know what it is that we're doing. And we definitely got to know what it is that's going on in this industry. So guys, you have to do this. You have to have yourself a pen and a piece of paper when I bring on our next guest. You have to. Because what I did, guys, is I actually went out and when I was thinking about what can I train on today, I had to ask myself posture. I have to tell them that it's a certain posture you got to have in this business, because if you don't, you simply going to be a casualty. And I couldn't think of nobody else to present this information than the gentleman that I'm about to bring on right now. This gentleman that I've known for quite a few years now. We were in business together, and this guy, one thing that I always know is that in network marketing, your relationships are more important than any business. You see, it's relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is totally different than any other type of business. You have to learn to value your relationships. You have to learn to value relationships. So without further ado, this gentleman I have, he's the CEO of Golden Global, right? And he's definitely making a lot of money in his opportunity. He's running some of the most prestigious people. He has his organization. He's training his leaders, and he's developing duplication. But most importantly, he has a posture out of this world. And so without further ado, Mr. Gerald Bass, are you on the phone, sir? Gerald Bass. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, sir, I can hear you loud and clear. The floor is now yours. Go ahead and bless these people. You got a good 300 people to actually bless with this call about the posture that you have to get production.
Oh, wow. Well, first off, man, I got to definitely thank you for even having me on the call. I got to give it back to you. We have known each other, like you said, for a few years now. I remember meeting you in the company that we was a part of, man, and you was already having a tremendous amount of success. You know, I was actually looking up to you in that opportunity, man, and, you was a leader as well. You've always been a leader. And I definitely want to just give it up to you for caring enough about, not just the people in your business, but the industry as a whole to even put this call on this Tuesday night. Taking time out of your schedule to pour into, many individuals all across the country, and I'm pretty sure soon the world, in terms of the power of this industry and, helping everybody get to the next level in their business. So I definitely want to thank you all for having me on the call, and just keep up the good work, man.
Yes, sir. The floor is now yours. Go ahead and bless him, Doctor.
All right, perfect. Well, first, guys, before I even get into the information, I do want to let you know a little bit of who I am. Like Mr. Wood said, my name is Gerald Bass. I've been in the industry a little over 2 years now. And prior to the network marketing and direct sales industry, I actually did traditional things. I went to high school. I went on to college. I studied music. I started my own entertainment company at the age of 20 years old. And actually in Atlanta, I graduated from Georgia State University with a business degree, and I became a party and concert promoter, and I did artist management straight out of college. I never did the 9-to-5 thing. And I had a lot of success in the entertainment business. I've done business with Rick Ross, Future, 2 Chainz, Floyd Mayweather, Travis Porter. I mean, if you name them, I've probably done some kind of business with them a couple years ago. But as of 2011, I took a huge decline in my income due to the economy, and that's when I was brought to the network marketing industry. It was brought to me by a gentleman at the time who was in club promotions, and he told me, he said, Mr. Bass, I found something that retired me in 6 months. Not only that, he became an author, success coach, and he's now a deacon of somebody's church, and he's also a 6-figure money earner in this industry of network marketing. And I tell people all the time, if you would have knew this gentleman a year prior to him bringing his opportunity to me, or to this industry to me, he was nowhere on the path for doing any of those things. He actually was a high school dropout. He was a convicted felon. He had a whole different type lifestyle. So when I seen his lifestyle do a 180-degree turnaround, I told him I was open to taking a look at what he was doing. he actually introduced me to a lady at the time who was making more money in 1 month than most of my college professors and people that I knew in the entertainment business was making in 1 to 2 years. So she got my attention, and I got involved in the industry. Within 6 months, I was actually able to go full-time. And by month 11, I hit the 3rd rank in my company. And like I say, now we've been in a little over 2 years. I've been able to help hundreds of people now, really across the United States, become successful in this business from all walks of life. And I've been able to develop a lot of leaders as well. So, you know, that's just a little bit about myself. But I know Mr. Woods wanted me to speak on posture tonight. And, guys, posture is very important in terms of your business. I mean, posture all starts with belief. It starts with belief, and it starts with confidence. How do you carry yourself? How do you feel about yourself on a day-to-day? And how do you feel about this industry as a whole? You know, one of the things I would say, guys, that actually drove my belief in this industry to develop the posture I have to this day, you know, when I talk to individuals about our business model, is for one, I had to learn the industry. Just like Mr. Woods was saying, I had to learn the industry. I had to learn what I had my hands on. I had to learn, you know, about the network marketing direct sales industry in terms of last year, this industry did $167 billion internationally, $30 billion in the United States in this industry of network marketing and direct sales alone, right? Did more than Hollywood, music, and sports all combined. Okay, so that kind of stuff right there has definitely always kept me excited and always kept me confident in terms of what I have my hands on. You know, has produced, you know, more millionaires and more six-figure money earners than mostly all the industries combined to this day. You know, you got people like Warren Buffett, you know, of course, who's one of the wealthiest men in the world. He endorses our industry. Robert Kiyosaki, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, he endorses our industry. Bill Clinton says this is one of the industries that's helping shape the economy back, you know, in terms of the home-based business arena. You know, you got people like Bill Gates, you know, say if he could do it all over again, he'll be involved in network marketing and direct sales. So that's one of the things I had to do. I had to educate myself on the industry in terms of developing my posture as well. And another thing, guys, the first thing, which is I actually should have definitely hit on is, you know, a lot of people say when you get involved in the industry, you got to have a powerful why. Well, to me, I've came to the conclusion in the 2 years I've been in, because so many people say, well, I get involved to help, you know, to help people. I get involved, you know, to help my family. I get involved to retire a parent. You know, that's what a lot of people say that, but then when they get involved, they don't take the necessary steps and actions, and they don't have the posture in terms of their business to achieve those type things. Well, I say this, guys, you actually got to have a desperate why. Write that down. Me, I built this business, guys, in the 2 years I've been in, the success we've had and the people that we've been able to help become successful, I did it out of desperation, not so much out of inspiration. When I got involved, guys, I was in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt in the entertainment business. I had college student loans, all that kind of things. I had creditors calling my phone, investors calling my phone, wanting their money. So I was building this business out of desperation. Okay, so I didn't have time to you know, get emotional over people not wanting to become my customers. I had to move on. I didn't have time to be emotional about people, you know, who was lying in terms of they're going to take a look at my opportunity, or, you know, the people that told me no, or the people that didn't believe. I didn't have time for that. So that's what developed the type posture that I've had in this industry, in this business so far, is I've always had a desperate why. I've always had a get-it-done attitude. Write that down. A get-it-done attitude in terms of this opportunity. All right, so that's one of the things you got to keep in mind as well in terms of developing a why. And understand this, guys, in this industry, you're not in it alone. You know, yeah, this is something different, you know, especially if you came from a corporate background. You know, you may have worked a job your entire life or something of that nature. But just understand, by you stepping out the box and doing something different, you're not in this alone. Guys, these are the numbers. It's 175 million distributors worldwide in our industry, 15 million in the United States, okay, in terms of network marketing and direct sales. So that's one of the things also that's always kept me, you know, very excited that I'm not in this alone. There's many people in this industry across the world, you know, that's getting involved in this business model every single day. Another thing, in terms of educating yourself, you know, I would recommend this, because I don't know if we got veteran network marketers on the line or, you know, new network marketers, or we got both. Well, I'll tell you this. One of the things I did have to do, going back to the basics, is I had to read. You know, I read books like My First Year Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. I read books like, you know, GoPro by Eric Worre. I've studied the Cash Cow CD by Holton Buggs. You know, all these different people, the top income earners in the industry. Okay, these people are living their life. You know, and these people keep me motivated and inspired. So, you know, I've read, you know, matter of fact, GoPro over and over again. I've listened to it on audio, read it over and over again. So that gets me excited and keep me confident when I'm out here talking about my business. I'm online talking about my business, out and about, whatever. It keeps me excited about my business and having the type posture that I have. Another thing you have to do in the industry, guys, you got to identify a mentor. Write that down. You have to find a mentor, somebody that's going to keep you inspired in terms of dealing with your business, right? Somebody that's showing you that success is really happening, even when you may not get the level of success that you want. My mentor actually has been mentoring me over the last two and a half years. He's actually younger than me. He's actually 25 years old.
Speak into the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay, all right, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, what I was saying was my mentor, who actually, you know, mentored me in this business, like I say, he was a young individual, 25 years old. But he always, you know, kept me inspired in terms of this opportunity to show me the possibility. Write that down. The possibility is as well as what's going to develop your posture. The possibility of you living in your dream home, the possibility of you driving that big boy car, the possibility of you being able to tie that church on Sundays with commas every single Sunday, the possibility, you know, of you being able to retire your parents, the possibility, just the possibilities, period, you know, to be able to vacation whenever you feel like it, or just live the life beyond your wildest imagination. So you got to have that mentor, that person that's going to keep you inspired, that person that's going to hold you accountable to the things that you say you're going to do in terms of the industry. Another thing you want to do is get the tools of the leaders that are in your company, or that are in your company, I should say, or in the industry, period. Get your tools. You know, me, guys, I have plenty audio CDs from a lot of the top networkers in the industry, right, that I study these people. So like I said, all these different things, guys, my associations, my education on the industry, all these different things have helped me and shaped me in developing my posture in the network marketing industry, my associations, right? Because one thing, like Mr. Wood said, success leaves clues, right? These people are already being successful. A person can't teach you or show you how to go somewhere that they haven't been, right? So I follow the leaders in the industry, the people that are already, you know, making 6 figures every 30 days, making 7 figures every 30 days, making multiple 7 figures every 30 days. Those are the people that I'm following, right? So that's what you want to keep in mind, guys. Also, you got to do this. You got to work on your personal development. You got to work on you, all right? I studied people up until this point, people like Jim Rohn. I mean, you guys probably heard of some of these people, but if you're new to the industry, you probably haven't. You know, or even if you're seasoned, you probably haven't even. You know, some people that's been in a while still haven't even heard of these people like Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Eric Thomas. These are people that I also studied in terms of my personal development, my personal growth. What we like to always say about the network marketing and direct sales industry is that it's basically a personal development course with a compensation plan attached, right? So I had to actually develop more as a person, work on me every single day, studying these people. You know, I don't know who you guys pray to on the line. That's not really, you know, that's not really the subject of this call. But me, I pray to God, right? So one of the main books I read is the Bible. I read the Bible. Then I read books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Right? I read those kind of books. I've read also another book I recommend you guys read in terms of, you know, I heard Mr. Woolley speak on, you know, talking to yourself. I read a book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Hemstetter. Okay, he's talking about affirming positive into your life. So many of us, we talk so much negative, we got so much negativity around us, and we talk so much negative into our lives that rubs off on our posture. You know, so every single day after I do my, you know, my prayer in the morning, I do my morning workout. After that, I do affirmations. I talk to myself. You know, they may say that's very creative, or they may say that's crazy, but hey, you got to be crazy and creative to be successful in business and in life. Right? You can't be average like the ordinary. So, you know, I talk to myself like saying I'm going to serve my God, right? I say I'm an eagle, I'm a winner, I'm a champion, I'm the best of the best. I say this to myself. I'm sexy, right? I say, you know, I will serve and help, you know, 100 families become financially free, you know, over the next 90 days, you know, or whatnot. So I talk to myself, guys. Right? I lie to myself sometimes, right, over and over again, but I can guarantee you many of these things have came to fruition, and many of the other ones are going to come to fruition, right, because I'm speaking that into my life. So that also comes in terms of developing your posture, all right? Now, I'm not going to be too long. I just got out of an event here in Atlanta. I had told Mr. Woods that, so, you know, I had to step out for a minute to just lay these nuggets, guys. But I would tell you this. He wanted me to talk about home meetings. Right, and the importance of home meetings and the importance of, you know, hotel meetings, if that's going on in your company. You know, all the companies, you know, they have different systems. But, you know, in my company that I'm in, we do build off of home meetings. We do build off of hotel meetings. And they're very important. I mean, online is good. Don't get me wrong. Online is awesome. You know, you got billions of people on Facebook. You got LinkedIn. You got Twitter. You got Instagram. You got all these different social media sites now. The bigger business online without even stepping a foot out your door. And I understand that, but at the same time, home meetings are very important, guys, because it allows you to sort faster through the numbers. Write that down. Sort faster through the numbers. It allows you to expose your opportunity to a good number of people at one time versus, you know, just sending your overview here, sending your overview over there, you know, sending an email here or, you know, or sending out a large email blast and maybe just a small percentage of people actually open the email and even smaller percentage actually click on it to look at the opportunity. I mean, you know, that home meetings allows you to sort through, you know, your warm market or even cold market that you turn to warm or even your business partner's warm market. It allows you to sort a lot faster. And home meetings are usually held in the dens and living rooms of homes. You know, it's not something, you know, where you got to spend a lot of money, TV, DVD player, you know, or if you're going to run it off your laptop or HDMI cord. You know, it don't take a whole lot. It's just something where you invite everybody over to your home just to see the opportunity that you got your hands on. And, you know, it gives them a chance to come out and be in a winning environment, an exciting environment, you know, and to actually see the bigger picture and to actually see that it's other people being successful and meeting those successful people at that event. That's actually at home meetings and at hotel meetings. It's the same thing. All right, home meetings are, you know, I mean, hotel meetings, I'm sorry, is a little bit more bigger, of course, than the home meetings, but it's around the same thing, right? So that's one thing I would say. Now, in terms of inviting, because I was also asked to hit on invitation. If, you know, if you was going to do a home meeting or if you was going to invite out to a hotel meeting. One of the things I say, guys, in inviting is, you know, that's awesome that Mr. Woods chose that topic of posture, because you got to have the perfect posture and confidence and belief in yourself when you're inviting people out to your events. You know, you can't be lazy in your language. You can't be all laid back. You know, I like to even tell people when you're inviting out to events, you know, you need to be standing up. You know, you need to be walking around, because they like to say motion creates emotion on the phone, right? You know, I'm not actually standing up right now because I'm in my car. I just left out of a meeting. But, you know, usually when I do calls, you know, but, I'm standing up and I'm walking around, but I became so good at it over these 2 years now, I can't sit up in my car and do a great conference call or a great overview, you know, because I've done it so much, all right? You know, practice makes progress. So, you know, just doing it over and over again. But I will say when you're inviting, you got to be excited. Write that down. You got to have a level of excitement, okay? You got to have a level of excitement. Another thing, you want to write down these 3 things. This will help you in terms of picking up that 400-pound gorilla, they call it, which is the phone, and making those calls. Is number 1, when you invite, I've taught this to many leaders, and they became successful, and they've been able to get the numbers to their events. Number 1, you always have to be in a hurry when you're on the phone. Any invite should not be longer than, I like to say, 60 to around 70 seconds. I'm going to be honest. So number 1, you always got to be in a hurry. Number 2, you got to show value. And number 3, if they're giving you a lot of feedback and a lot of rebuttals and all that kind of stuff, you got to take it away. I learned this from one of the number 1 income earners in the industry, and I've been able to teach this to our organization, and we've been able to have a lot of success. right? So I'm just going to give you guys a few examples, and then I pretty much wrap up my part of the call. For one, guys, when you're inviting, you got to be able to distinguish between your peers. You got to be able to distinguish between people that look up to you, and you got to be able to distinguish between people that's already more successful than you. So it can't be the same invite for every person, all right? Because, if you're talking, you can't be talking to somebody who's already a high six-figure money earner about making $3,000 to $4,000 a month, or $5,000 to $6,000, $7,000. That probably won't get them excited. So you got to talk to different people in a different way, depending on where they sit at in life. So let's just say I was calling, somebody who's on my level, or possibly, kind of looks up to me. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say I was calling a guy named John, right? It'd be like ring, 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 ring. John may pick up the phone and say hello. And I say, hey, John, this is Gerald Bass. How you been doing? John may say, I've been doing great. How's everything with you, Gerald? And I might say, that's awesome, man. I'm actually blessed. John, I actually don't have a lot of time right now. I'm about to get ready to hop on a conference call. All right, but I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Do you have a second? All right, and John may say, yeah, I got a quick second. What is it? And I would simply ask John, if I had a way for you to make extra maybe $3,000 to $4,000 this month, would you be willing to take an hour out your time just to take a look at some information? Right? And if John says yes to me, I'm just going to simply tell John, well, hey, listen, I'm actually, going to have some very successful people coming over to my home this Thursday at 7 p.m. I appreciate it if you could come, business casual. Does that sound like something you'll be able to come out to? John may say, yes. I'm going to say, perfect. I see you then. Right? And I'm going to hang up with John. Now, this is something that we do in our organization, something called a confirmation group. What I mean by that is, that's the first confirmation. The second confirmation is an effort to pass those names to members over to
Gerald, speaking to the mic.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, I keep fading out in some kind of way. But yeah, what I want to say is that we have the free confirmation rule in my organization. So, once that person says yes, they can come, that's the initial invitation. The second invitation is an expert confirmation, right? Meaning we're going to pass over those names and numbers over to our leadership or your upline or your sponsor and let them do a confirmation for you maybe a day before the event or early the day of the event, right? So that's the second confirmation. And the third confirmation we always do for events is the day of the event, an hour before, we make sure that the guests are en route. All right? We always do that, or they have directions. So you always want to do three confirmations. All right? Now, guys, I'm going to give you a quick example of if somebody is playing around and they're giving you a bunch of fluff, because you'll get this on calls. Right? So let's say I'm calling John. Right? And I say, ring, ring, ring. John says, hello. I say, John, this is Gerald Bass. How you doing? John say, I'm doing great. How are you? Awesome. Blessed by the best. John, I'm actually about to get ready to go to a meeting. I don't have a lot of time. Do you have a second? John says, yes. What is it? I say, perfect. John, if I had a way, for you to possibly make an extra $5,000 to $6,000 this month, would you be willing to take an hour at your time to take a look at some information? John may say, well, what is it? Right? I'm going to tell him, hey, listen, John, it's about making that kind of income, and I don't have a lot of time right now. Right? Would you be willing to take an hour, yes or no? Right? John may say, well, sure. Right? I'm going to tell John, I'm going to say, listen, John, right, I'm actually working with some very successful people right now, John. Right? Some of these people are making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. Right? This may or may not be for you. Right? But I actually got, a couple VIP passes over here for this event for you to actually meet some of these people. But I'm about to get ready to call 20 more people, but I thought of you first. So with that being said, John, would you be willing to take that hour, yes or no? John may say, well, you got to tell me a little bit more about it before I can actually, make that decision. I'm going to tell John, I'm going to say, John, when you're serious about getting the information, just get back with me. I'm finna go make this happen. I'm going to call these other people. I'll talk to you later, and have a good day. That's called taking it away. Write this down, family. Anything other than a yes or a no, anything other than a yes, let me take that back. Anything other than a yes, they're not coming. I don't take probably. I don't take a maybe. I don't take a, I'm going to try to get there. I don't take none of that. Either yes or no when I'm inviting people out to my event. That's what I want to hear. Either a yes or a no. I'm a decision collector. Write that down. You are a decision collector in this industry. And you got to write this down. You have to become detached from the outcome. Detached from the outcome. Don't worry about if they're going to say no or not, right? You know, if you got in with your leadership and you made that list of people like you're supposed to do, you know, you made that list of 200, 300, 400, 500 people of potential prospects in your warm market, you don't need to be emotionally attached to the outcome, right? You just got to go through the numbers, right? So I don't waste time with people that want to keep giving me all that pushback. Now, the last invite I'm going to do, I hope everybody can still hear me. The last invite I'm going to do is if I was talking to somebody that's successful, you know, somebody that's already a 6-figure money earner, somebody that's already a 7-figure money earner. You're going to come at them a little different, right? And again, that last example was me taking it away, so you can write that down. That was me taking it away from that person. I made a decision for them because they wanted to keep going back and forth with me. All right, now, the last one is a person that's very successful, right? You're going to come at them a little different. You're going to ask them for an opinion, right, versus asking them are they open to evaluating information, right? And you don't want to tell them that you're in the company, right? That's another thing. You want to tell them you're taking a look, and I'm going to give you an example. But you still want to be in a hurry and show value, right, in terms of talking to somebody that's successful. So let's say, again, John. I keep using John's name. That's a favorite name for role play to me. So anyway, so I say, ring, ring, ring. John may answer, say, hello. I say, hey, John, this is Gerald. How are you? All right, I always start off with how are you, how you doing, or, if it's one of my, if it's somebody successful, I'm always going to say, how you doing? Right? I'm not going to talk to them like I'm talking to one of my peers. So I say, how are you doing? Or they say, I'm doing great, outstanding. Okay, awesome. Awesome, John. I'm actually doing well as well. John, I'm actually about to get ready to run. I don't have a lot of time right now, but if you have a quick second, John may say, yeah, I got some time. What's going on? And I may say, John, I actually been taking a look at some businesses, right? And I found something that I'm extremely excited about, John. I actually got to link up with some of the top people in the company, some of the top execs. I mean, some people that's very successful, like yourself. I mean, some of these people are making, 5 figures monthly on a part-time basis. All right, and I'm a little confused on the information, John, but, knowing that you've always been somebody I looked up to, somebody that's always been about business, I know that you know business. I just wanted to, reach out to you to see if I'm making the right move. Would you mind giving me an opinion on what I saw? Right, that's it. Right, now everybody has different language in terms of how they do it, but that's it. And just be you on the phone, guys. That's one thing about it. I don't try to be nobody else. I learn from other industry leaders, but I be myself when I'm on the phone. Right? So, like I said, if somebody's successful, you just want to ask them, hey, would you be willing to give me an opinion on what I saw? And if they say yes, say perfect. Here's the location. Here's the time. I'd love to introduce you to some of my, some of the top execs, not mine, I'm sorry, some of the top execs, in the company, this week. And just invite them out to the event and go through the same process of the 3 confirmation rule. Right? Pass that name and that phone number over to your upline leadership or sponsor, and then an hour before the event, make sure they're en route or they have direction. Right? So guys, that is really, about what I have tonight is, and a last thing I would definitely hit on, guys, is, at those events, home parties or hotel meetings, you always want to make sure your presenters know about people that you're inviting out, so they kind of target their presentation towards them, throw them into the business. That's the main thing, guys. The main thing out of this whole training, I hope you guys get out of this.
Speaking to the mic.
Okay. The last thing, guys, I hope that you guys got out of this is that it's not just about hearing this information. I'm pretty sure Mr. Woods recorded the call, so you can listen to it over and over again or whatnot. But you got to take action. That's the main thing, guys. You can't sit on notes. You know, you can't become a professional note taker. You know, you got to really take action on what we did. So I hope, you know, tonight what I gave you guys was something of greater value for your time. And I appreciate you again, Mr. Woods, for inviting me on the call. You know, anytime you need me, you know, you can reach out. And I definitely look forward to seeing you guys at the top.
Because the bottom is definitely too crowded, man. Gerald Bass, I appreciate the posture, brother. Definitely needed to hear every one of those nuggets that you displayed on this call tonight, and I appreciate it. We're getting text messages, we're getting Facebook requests, as well as we're getting Facebook messages talking about how great you're doing and such great examples that you displayed when you're talking about each individual person that you contact and the ways of which you contact them to actually get them to look at your opportunity. So I appreciate you. And guys, listen to what he said. Listen to this over and over again until it becomes like a broken record. When you go out there and it does that, you'll go out there and break some records. Guys, this is D.L. Woods, COO. I got demoted from CEO of Lavish Life Concepts. My God is Jesus Christ, the CEO of Lavish Life Concepts. I'm COO of Lavish Life Concepts, Chief Operating Officer. I definitely want to let you guys know that we're going to see you guys on the beaches of the world, definitely at the banks, but somewhere where the bees at. God bless. I'll see you guys at the top. The call is officially over.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these, I'm like Papa.